Hey guys, welcome back. So in this video we are going to see how to make the checkout in our Laravel e-commerce. So previously we had made the validation for the out of stock thing. So now once the out of stock products are removed from this cart table, we are going to place order. So once we press the place order thing, these details along with the product items will be stored in the order and order items table. So first let us create with the URL and start. So here you can see the basic details, and this is the checkout button we have over here. Type is equal to submit. So once this thing is pressed, we need to go to the place order URL. So I'm going to give the form over here, say form, the closing form is going to be below this thing. Form action, create a URL over here saying place order, URL of place order, and the method is going to be post method. Just copy this place URL and go to your web.php. Inside the routes, web.php, create a route over here, route post place order, the checkout controller, a function of place order. Copy that and add a semicolon over here. Go to your checkout controller and create a function over here, say fun, paste, and we are taking the request over here, say request $request. So here we need to use the order and order items table. So let us create with the migration first. So I'm going to say new terminal over here and say php artisan make migration create orders table, hit enter, and it is created. Just check in our database migrations, this is the orders table. So in our orders table, what we are going to keep, the fields, say $table of string. So this is going to be a string data type, and the field will be name, so it's the f name. So these things whatever we have taken in the checkout page, right, I'm ordering it for a friend, so I'll give his name and his email, phone number, address. So this thing we need to store it along with each order. But there is a feature in this, you can just, if at all you are ordering for yourself for the third time, so you don't have to fill all the 3 times. So we will just update this once in the users table, and then if the user want to change it in the next order, he can just remove that and add a new thing. Fields will be is whatever there in the form. So first name, last name, both will be string, and then email and phone number, copy and paste, say email. So I'm not leaving anything nullable over here, everything is required over here. So then we are going to give the order status, say table of tiny integer. We are going to have the order status, you can directly write it as status itself, status, and this is by default going to be 0. So when the order is placed, it will be 0, and when the admin wants to update it to being delivered or shipped or it is closed, so 1, 2, 3, he can just make it according to his requirements. So this is done, and one more thing we are going to add, that is the message $table, that is going to be nullable. So if it is required, you can fill that, or else you can leave it empty. So you're going to say message, this is nullable, and then if you need, you can keep the cancel status and the cancel reason and all. So we're not going to that level, so this much will be enough for us. And now let us create the order items table. So php artisan make migration create order items table, hit enter, and can see it's created over here. So say $table of string and say order ID, and this will have the product ID. So why we are creating this table? If you have a doubt like that, so in the orders table we are just going to store all these details. So when I say place order, I will store all this thing and say one order is available. So I have ordered 5 items, right? So we are not going to store 5 records in the orders table. So for that, ID number 1, order ID number 1, in the order items table we will store for order ID 1 we have a headphone. The next record will be for order ID 1 we have the second product, and like that we will be inserting different records. And here we will be storing the quantity table of string, say the quantity, and the price of the product. So in future the price might get increased or decreased, so what price this user has bought, it will be visible in his records, right? So we will be showing the price which he had purchased. So that's be enough. So order ID, product ID, quantity, and price. And in the orders table we need to add a tracking number over here. So you can add it anywhere. I'll just give it over here. So it's not going to be nullable. Just remove that and say tracking number. So this will be a random numbers we will be storing in this. Save. So let us open our terminal. Let us just migrate this table. So say php artisan migrate, hit enter, and you can see all the tables are migrated successfully. So now let us create a model for this. php artisan make model, order model, say order, hit enter, and the model is done. php artisan order items model, order item, hit enter. Oops, I made a mistake. php artisan make model order item, hit enter, and it is created successfully. Just close the terminal and check in your models folder. Let's close this thing. Inside your models you have got order and order items. So here you need to give protected $table, just give your table name within single quotes, that is going to be orders, and the protected $fillable. Just give all the field name which we are going to use in our application. So I'll just finish with that. So this thing is done, guys. I have given all this thing. Similarly for the order items also we need to give that. You can just copy it from here and paste. So this table name is order items, so make sure you don't misspell this or you might face a lot of errors. So remove this and add your field names, order ID, and the product ID, the price, and the quantity. So this is done. So just save and close these files. Close. And now let us go to our controller. Let's get back to place order. So first we are going to store all the form details in our order table. So let us say $order is equal to new order. So this is your order model. So you can see here it is being imported over here. So if it is not imported, just import it manually. Say $order of f name is equal to $request of input of f name. So this thing you have to give it in the form, guys. Let us go to your checkout blade and check. So here in this form you can see I have this, right? So first name, last name, just add a name attribute over here, name, and paste that f name and say l name. So I'll just finish with this thing. All the input fields have given the names, and when we submit that, we are just getting that with the input field name. So just copy and paste. So order of l name, and then it will be the email and the phone. So just fill all the column names like that. I'll just finish with that. So here in the tracking number I have given as the Sharma, and I have concatenated a random 4-digit number. So this will give a random number from this range till the 9999. Okay, so now we are going to say $order of save function. So once this is saved, we have to store the order items. So for that we need the order ID, right? So you can directly take it from here, $order of ID. So you will get it in this variable. So $order of ID. So the order items, we are going to take it from the cart model. So I am going to pick it up from here, copy and paste. So all the products will be in this cart items. Now we are going to use a for each loop over here. Say for each, and copy this variable cart items as $item, and here we are going to use the order item model. Say order item create, and then create function, give a square bracket and give the field name order ID, and that is going to be this order of ID. Paste, then say the product ID is going to be the $item of ID, sorry, the product ID, and then we have the quantity. So say QTY is going to be the $item of product quantity. So these things are coming from your cart model, guys. So you can see here cart item as item. So this product ID is coming from your cart, the product quantity, and the price we are going to take it from products table itself, because we have not stored that in the cart. So say price, we are going to say $item of products. This is the relationship we had used. So I'll put the link in the description. If you want to watch that video, you can watch and see how to do this relationship of price. So it's the selling price. Here comma is missing, and give a semicolon over here, and all the errors are gone. So you can just cross verify once over here. So in your models of order item, we have given order ID, product ID, price and quantity. So here order ID, product ID, quantity and price. Okay, so this is done. Once the order is placed, we have to empty the cart, right? So first let us check if the order is getting placed or not. So just refresh, and we'll open our database, refresh, and the order and order items over here. Let me open the orders table. So let us place an order. I'm going to say Prakash gmail.com, and we just missed out this, so we need to write the code, right? If it is the first time the user is filling this, we need to store it in the users table. So in the previous video we had did this thing. So you can see we have added this many columns over here, so we need to fill that. So the next time the user is purchasing something, it will be easy for him. These things will be automatically filled. So for that, what we have to do is, so when he is giving place order, so we'll do it in the last itself, not a problem. Here we are going to check, say auth user of address 1, we will check. So if this is there, then we don't have to do anything. If this is empty, so let us check if is equal to null, then what we are going to do is we will just fill these things, request of everything. Just copy this part and paste it over here. So instead of order, it is going to be user. Say $user equal to user model, where the ID is equal to the authenticated user's ID. Say first. So here we are going to say Control C and just press Control D and select all of these and paste. So the L name is done. We just give the F name also here. F name. So if the address is empty, right, so the first time it's going to be empty, so then it's going to be updated automatically till the pin code. And what else we require, let us check. Everything is done. We'll give update over here, $user of update function. Save, and now you can just continue with this. We'll just say address 1, so now when I give place order, let us check. Okay, so this is the CSRF error, CSRF token error. So in your checkout page, whenever submitting a form, right, so we need to use that CSRF token. So here it is. While sending a form data, we need to send the CSRF field. Save, refresh, and fill in the details. Let's click on place order. Let's say place order first on integer. Okay, I should use this thing outside this here. So I think these things have worked, so order will be placed successfully. Only while updating this there is an issue. Just refresh and that will be done, I guess. Column not found, F name. Okay, it is just the name, not F name. Say name, refresh. Okay, so this thing, the email we are not going to update, so just remove that. Save and refresh. So it has been done. Can refresh and check, the data would be updated over here. You can see, so my address is over here. So place order, because we have not redirected it to any page, so it is not redirected. So this email thing, guys, so once the user registers, right, you cannot change his email address. So we are not going to update the email in the users table, except that we are going to update the other things. And in the orders table we will store the email. Like if you are ordering for your friend, you can give his email ID over here. So let's go to the orders table and check. Say orders table, and we just refreshed it 4 times, so 4 times we have got this thing. And the order items, let us check. Refresh, it's not loading over here. Inside your e-commerce, here it is, order items. So just because we have given it 4 times, right, so it has created 8 records. I'll just clear it, set and create the table. Okay, done. Set truncate the table. Okay, so now we will place the order and check. So I haven't cleared the cart yet, and this thing, guys, once the it is updated, right, so next time it will be automatically filled. So we will write the code now itself. This is the form, right? So you can say value, and within double curly braces just say authenticated user function. It will be over here, function of name, and then just copy and paste the same thing every field. So here it's going to be the last name, say L name, and then the email, and here it's the phone, address 1, address 2, and then the city, state, country, and the pin code. Say pin code, save, and now when you refresh it will automatically be filled. I want to order it to a different address, so I'm going to say Hanover Cross, and I'm going to say place order. You can see place order, it is gone. So we have not redirected it to any page, right? So that's why it's not redirected. Let us browse this and check. So you can see one order is placed over here in your orders, and in the order items the 2 items will be put over here. Okay, so product ID 8 and 5 I have given single quantity and the price is this much. So we'll just redirect it to the home page. So go to your checkout controller. So after doing this thing, just say return redirect to the home path with status order placed successfully. So before that we need to clear the cart, right? I just skipped that part, so now we will do it. So these things we have, right? Copy that and say cart where this thing get. So here we are going to say the cart model destroy the cart items, $cart items. Save and refresh. So say place order, and it is redirected, order placed successfully. Let us go and check in our orders table, and in the orders table you can see it's been placed over here. So we have not stored the ID. The most important thing we just skipped, that the user ID we need to store, right? So just quickly change that. Your models order, here before the fname let us give the user ID, and in your migrations also you can just make that change. Say user underscore ID, and I will quickly make that change in our database also. Your structure, and add one column after ID. That will be the user ID. It's going to be a varchar length 191. Save. So here once you place the order, right, it has to store. So here we are creating, so we'll add that record also, so we'll add that field also. So order of user underscore ID is equal to authenticated user ID. Okay, so now let us just go to our website, refresh, and you can see in our cart it is empty. So go to cart, So it is empty over here. Let me go to home and add a product, out of stock, add to cart, added to cart. So go to your cart page and here just increment the quantity and let me say proceed to checkout. So you can see this is already pre-filled over here. So if you need, you can just change the address. And one more thing guys, so when we are placing the order, right, we need to reduce the quantity from our available stock. So once this order item is getting created and the quantity is being reduced over here, so we need to write that inside this. So let's say $product, $prod equal to product model where the ID within single quotes, give the ID is equal to $item of ID, item of product ID first. So we are getting that, and the $product of QTY is equal to, we are going to get that and subtract it with the user's quantity minus the item of product quantity. Copy that and paste it over here, save and say $product of update. So now let us just refresh and check. I'll refresh and I'll place order. So order placed successfully. Let us check if the user ID is stored. So the user ID and user ID is stored over here too, and my cart table will be empty of mine. So user ID 2, there is nothing over here. User ID 1 has stored 2 products in his cart, so it is left behind over here. So in the products table we had this thing Oppo A12. What is the quantity for this? It has 22. So this Redmi Note 7 Pro is 0, right? So I'll just increment that, so to 1, and once I purchase it, it has to go out of stock. So let me go to the mobiles category over here and go to Redmi Note 7 Pro, add to cart. Okay, go to your cart and say, it says out of stock. Why is it so? Let us check. In our checkout blade, in the cart view, right? Yeah. So in the cart view we have given if it is greater than or equal to, we have to give that. Okay, so greater than or equal to, refresh. So it is available. Let me say proceed to checkout and place order. So order is placed successfully. Let us go and check now once again in the mobiles category if it is showing available or out of stock. So Redmi Note 7 Pro, it is now out of stock, you can see, and here also you can check. It is, the quantity is 1, right? We'll just refresh and it will become 0. Yeah, so it becomes 0 over here. That's it in this video guys. We have seen how to make the place order system in our Laravel e-commerce, and in the next video we will see how to view the orders. So you can create a thing over here, my orders, and we will view the orders in this. So thank you for watching this video guys. Please like the video and subscribe to the channel. Thank you once again.